AskReddit by Atlantis Dive. What's a fun April Fool prank to pull on your so that doesn't involve making them sad? A few years ago, I changed my wife's birthday on Facebook to be the 1st of April. She spent all day confused why she was getting happy birthday messages. I did this to my coworker once, but it wouldn't let her change it back for 60 days or something. She missed her actual birthday, which was later that month, so I felt a little bad. One year I painted my husband's soap bar with clear nail polish, let it dry, and put it back in the shower. It would not lather no matter how hard he tried. I did this to chalk in middle school. Teacher kept trying to use it and eventually it kind of worked, but wouldn't come off the chalkboard after principal office visit for me. I switched up the order of my brother's drawers once. He was not amused and neither was mom. I still think it was funny and completely harmless. That's a quality prank. Causes a moment of confusion and feeling silly, but no one is hurt and it can be fixed in seconds. It's not like you made a mess or did anything that's not easily reversible. My dad once printed out a load of pictures of Martin Clunas, long story, and stuck them in ridiculous places around the house for everyone to find. We were finding him and laughing about it months later. Replace with any famous person you have a weird in-joke about, or just someone totally random. A related prank. Take pictures of Slash from Guns N' Roses to the wheels of their car, then tell them their tires have been slashed. My BF is a daily PC gamer, so I'm gonna do the ol' CTL plus alt plus and flip his screens upside down. Edit. Turns out I'm old and this keyboard shortcut may not work anymore. Instead, right click. Display settings. Scroll to orientation. Change to landscape. Flipped. Apply changes. Profit. Also taking a screenshot of their desktop icons files, etc, and then moving all the icons files etc to hidden folder and replacing their desktop photo with the screenshot. Lots of double clicking and confusion. My husband has this silly thing that he loves pretending it snowed and gets me all excited to see out the window. I love snow. We've had some pretty random weather lately, so I think I might be able to pull off pretending it snowed. Pretty sure he has no idea it's the 1st of April tomorrow either. Hire someone with a snow machine to really stick it to him. Buy a leak from the shop and put it under the sink. Then tell your so that you think there's a leak under the sink and ask them to look for it. Bonus. Put googly eyes on it. My son is 5 and we've been planning a silly prank tomorrow on my wife. He's going to pretend he finds a big bug in the house. We'll put a raisin in a napkin and he will excitedly run up and say, "Look at the bug I found, mommy," and before she has a chance to see, he will eat it in front of her. We've been practicing the act all week. He's so excited. I'm tempted to tell my wife just to be sure she gives him a good reaction. AWW, this is cute. I bet her reaction will be great. Put jello in cup, put straw in cup while jello solidifies, looks like a refreshing fruit beverage, give to so they try to drink it can't. It's jello pranked, give spoon. I've got this one all ready to go for my kids tomorrow and I am so excited. My son once filled my purse with bras that I had to remove at the register to reach my wallet. I once went to work with a carrot in my handbag. Found it and pulled it out whilst looking for money to pay for my bus. The bus driver gave me quite the look. My mom always changes the clock times when my dad takes a nap to make him think he slept for like 8 hours. Doesn't work now that we all have smartphones. Edit. Wow, everyone, thanks so much for all the upvotes. I'm a new user, so this really made my week. Happy April Fools. It does if you go into their phone settings and change the time zone. Not a so, but I remember coming back from school and my sister said there were brownies in the fridge. I went there, opened it up, and there were a few brownies. She cut up some papers in the shape of an E and colored them brown. That little shit. Edit. Oh wow, I did not realize people consider this prank as something that makes people sad. I was the one that got pranked but did not feel sad at all. But I guess that's just how it is with my family. Also, like some have suggested, prepare some actual brownies to offset the disappointment if you do plan on carrying out the prank. Don't forget putting coffee mugs on the lawn and telling your sow to drink plenty of water because it's pretty muggy out. When we were kids, my sisters and I took all of my dad's underwear and socks and sewed them together end to end so that when you pulled one out, they all came out. They were super loosely sewed together, like 2 long stitches each, so it was easy to cut them apart. I saw your comment earlier and told my kids about it. We just finished safety pinning all my husband's socks together. Kids are supposed to be in bed going to sleep, but I can hear them giggling to themselves. I also saw another comment about switching husband's underwear for my son's underwear, and I'm going to do that once they are asleep. Tomorrow is going to be a fun morning. Change the settings on their Alexa to speak in a different accent. Or a less fun that my wife did to me, thumbtack on the snooze button. I used to remote into my parents' Alexa while I was away at school and surprise them with music over dinner. They got operas, heavy metal, their favorites, sometimes musicals. My sis back home would give me live updates. The best was the night dad gave up and unplugged it, so sis immediately got it back up and running for me. I made fake dog poops out of Tootsie Rolls that matches the size and consistency of what our Yorkie produces from her back end. Then I left them on the floor where my wife would see them. After she woke up and made the discovery, I heard her yell, cursing at the dog. "I'll get it," I replied, and promptly picked them up and popped them in my mouth and chewed them up. The look on her face was priceless. Man, imagine if the dog ate the Tootsie Rolls and then shit itself right there. If you so works from home and you know any of their co-workers, take a picture of whatever is behind them when working from home so co-workers can use as background on camera meetings. This is really clever. Given the timing, you could hide a few dozen Easter eggs around your home. I did that one Easter with 144 eggs in a 1-bedroom apartment. It's been 2 or 3 years and there's still a few unaccounted for. You could also try rubber ducks or tiny plastic figurines or whatever you can get your hands on. Tell them you hid 100 eggs but hide only 99. I switch the bags in different boxes of cereal. Set the alarm to a different sound. Replace family pictures with pictures of Danny DeVito. My son once did that with a Danny DeVito photo and I thought he was doing something original. I hid mini bottles of liquor around the house in addition to the kids' Easter eggs. I imagine he'll still be finding them tomorrow. You're welcome to prank me with this whenever you want. Oh no, free liquor, you got me again. Friend did this one on his dad. Woke up super early, moved his dad's car out of the driveway and down the street. Pops comes out to go to work and panics, thinking car was stolen. April Fool's dad. He told me about it 2 weeks later when his grounding ended. I turned stuff around in my partner's game room. Nothing that would break or get damaged. But just his figurines, keyboard etc. just enough for him to go WTF a little. Back in high school a friend and I went to our mutual friend's house while he wasn't there. His mother let us in. She thought this was hilarious and moved subtle things around in his room, swapping the shelves books and CDs were on, or swapping posters on the wall, moving furniture very slightly to the left, etc. and writing teeny tiny notes on things in pencil. This is a shelf in very small writing. Just things he'd slowly notice. It took him a few weeks to actually realize what was going on and that he hadn't been absent-mindedly moving things himself. I should probably note he also thought it was super funny once he figured it out. Mildly annoying each other was a favorite pastime in our circle. Leave oranges around the house when they're sleeping. Throughout the day, hand them oranges. When they are talking, say hold this for a second, hand them an orange. Confuse. Don't abuse. I'm not even sure my husband would notice this is a prank. I do this with fruit and vitamin pills and medicine periodically and he just eats it, carries on with his day and can't remember it happening later. Buy a toilet brush identical to the one you already have. Then place the new one in the dishwasher. When she notices, and maybe freaks out a little, remind her that you have been washing it like that for months, years without her complaining. I'm a bit of a germaphobe and would probably cry honestly, lol. There's a mixed cereal where my partner loves the chocolate flakes and hates the white chocolate flakes. He accidentally bought the mix rather than the plain chocolate but didn't want to waste it. I stayed up late and picked out all but 3 of the chocolate pieces, so he just had a mountain of the gross white ones. I woke up to him showing me the bowl, being so mad at his bad luck for getting such a shit mix. Mayo, I loved this prank cause after I enjoyed watching him freak out, I revealed the container of pure chocolate flakes I'd set aside for him. Tip over a bottle of nail polish onto wax paper. Make it look like it got knocked over and spilled. Let it dry and trim off the excess wax paper. Now you have the perfect prank to leave on your significant other's computer desk, bedside table, iPad. Ew, that's devious.